So Richard, you're tired of living with your brother, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's getting kind of old.
Yeah.
I love my brother very much, but I know he'd like to kick me out as well.
Okay. So what's the deal? You want a condo?
Well, you know, I was thinking I need to live someplace close to where I work, to my stations, and I know that has to be on the east side because the rest of the commute is too difficult. And at this point, it'd be just nice to have a really quick commute. So, you know, and I was thinking of a little place in Sugar House or something, but my wife said, hey, we've still got a house in San Diego, the family, you know, I have family living there. Why not just get a condo downtown? And she really is the one that suggested that. And so I'm looking for a condo, but here's the deal. It has to be 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. If I'm gonna live downtown, I don't want to view another building. I want to see Temple Square. I don't know where we're gonna do that. And I can't afford to go live in the towers.
Okay. And so what's the budget? What are we talking about?
Budget. Oh, and I've got to have 2 parking spots.
Okay.
So, you know, I'd like to keep it, you know, I will probably have to remodel, so I want to keep it, you know, I'd like to keep it in 300,000 range or something like that.
That's a tall order.
Yeah, I know it is. But you're the man.
I know.
You're the man, so I know you can do this for me.
Okay, let me see what I can come up with.
Okay, bud.
Okay, so Richard, I've been doing a lot of looking. We've been looking around a lot, and I now don't mind the dated entry here. I want you to just bear with me for a second, okay? Because obviously the dilemma we're coming across is we were over at City Creek, and a studio apartment was like $650,000.
Yeah, it blew my mind. Couldn't see anything.
No view.
Yeah.
Right.
All the view ones are millions.
Okay, so but now look at the view from this one. Okay, now obviously it's dated, right?
Right.
It's built in 75. It's a little dated on the entry, but think about if we went in here and remodeled this.
Okay,
it could be
keep an open mind.
Because we could probably get this under $400,000.
Really? Wow. Okay. Well, the location's good.
The location's great, and the best part is it's got 3 bedrooms and 2 full bathrooms.
Really?
Yeah.
So how many square feet is it?
There's like 2,400 square feet.
Wow.
And so if we were to move this,
does it have a balcony too?
It's got a beautiful.
Oh, wow.
View. It's got its own balcony. If we move this square footage over to City Creek, we're probably about $2 million.
Oh, yeah.
And so this one at less than $400,000, what we would do is go in, knock it all down, and remodel it and make it like that. And think about the value here. Then you've got everything. You got your parking.
Right.
You've got your bedrooms that you want.
How many
you've got
parking
your
spots?
You got 2 full parking, and they're big too.
Big, okay.
They're not little parking spots.
City Creek was teeny.
Yeah, and then you had to buy parking spots after.
Yeah.
And so we could get this for probably less than $400,000.
Okay, well, I'll have an open mind. I have to be open mind because I'm dubious.
Okay, let me go see what I can do, put together for a deal on it, okay?
Okay.
So, Bank, we got a new project. It's downtown. It's for the GM of ABC and the CW, and it's going to be, the thing's going to be torn down, basically. It's totally 70s, okay? But he's going to need some ideas.
Great. Let's sit down and talk to him and see what he wants.
Okay. So, Bank, this is Richard. Richard, this is Bank. Now, take a look at this. What do you think?
Well, it's certainly outdated.
So, Bank, what I want to do is I just want to rip everything down to the cement and start over again with the idea of having everything as open as humanly possible. I don't know. We can't find the plan, so I don't know where the pipes are.
I think that's a wonderful idea. I mean, a lot of these condos can easily be redone because the structural support is in...
Yeah, it's all concrete, right?
It's all in concrete columns. So to open it up is a great idea.
Yeah.
Right. And you can see how claustrophobic everything is. It's just like a rat maze.
Yeah, it's so... it's divided up in different rooms, and it doesn't feel very good at all right now.
Yeah, one of the dilemmas when they did these, just a different style of living, you know. But the cool thing about this property, we've got 2,400 square feet, and it's got the views. But if we can, you know, maybe open it up, like I don't know if it's possible, but maybe where those mirrors are, maybe we can knock that wall out so when you walk in, you don't see yourself, you see the views. Is that a possibility?
That's my first idea. Is to open up.
I want all those walls in the kitchen banked. I want to look all the way through the kitchen. I don't want to. As many walls as we can take down. And then we'll create. The way I see this is we'll create like a master on each side and use the middle to be like a utility study and guest, you know. But now it just, you can't even get in here. It's just so horrible.
And so what are you thinking on colors and styles and stuff?
Well, I think, Richard, what kind of style would
I
you
really
like
want
to
to
have?
go modern. We're in a high rise. It should be modern, but Bank, I want us to think not overly trendy. So I want in 5 years people walk in and it still looks really good.
So a little bit more transitional with some modern flair.
Postmodern and some other stuff like that. Yeah, that's exactly right, Bank.
This space calls for that, and with the view, you want to focus on the view and then not take away from that wonderful view.
Yeah, exactly right.
So good news and bad news. Structurally, it's solid. There are no issues because it's all concrete. It's good as can be. But there's asbestos. They're finding asbestos now.
That's a problem.
Yeah. So what's going to have to happen? They got to tear everything out of there. It's all got to go, and it's a ton more work.
I think that's really important, don't you, Bank? Because we should just strip everything, and that way we can tell people, hey, we don't have a shred of it anyway.
But that also gives us an opportunity to see what's there and demolish everything and start from new.
I agree. It'll make it easier for us.
It'll make it a lot easier,
yeah. More expensive, but easier. Yeah.
Another dilemma, one of the walls you guys wanted to tear down has pipes inside of it, and so that's not really going to work.
So that's our open kitchen idea.
Yeah, we can't do the open idea anymore with the second island, but we can certainly look at that wall and reroute some of the pipes. So again, I think we'll still...
So most importantly, we can have that look through, right? We can change it and we'll just... Okay, good.
Yeah, it's going to look great when it's all done.
The other thing is the tile. To try and take out all that tile is really, really expensive. Are there any other options we can do?
Yeah, there's an option of doing an engineered wood over the tile, which I think will look great.
Okay, and that'll save all that money.
I'm all for that. It'll save us money, and frankly, jackhammering for all that time will probably really tick off my neighbors. You know, so.
And it'll look right too. It'll look like natural wood.
No, I trust you. That sounds good.
So then that's handled, I guess.
Hey guys, here's the big reveal. Wow.
Looks spectacular.
Hey, you know what? And it starts even with the front door because, you know, Bank, as you remember, I wanted to have a 6-panel door and you came up with the leather.
Yeah, I just thought it would be a nice transitional idea.
Yeah.
Not too modern, but still very modern elements.
So that's really, so what we tried to do, Jay, was we tried to create artwork out of what we were doing with the furniture, and you'll see we replicated this as you go into the bathroom, and then of course, the magnificent fireplace.
Yeah, it's kind of...
You know, I mean, if you look at this,
great.
I mean, so a couple things. This is, I found them in a magazine, showed them to Banks. We then designed the entire house around this.
And they're a local company, aren't they?
Yeah, down in Orem, Solberg Designs. And then below it, this was the first fireplace like this in all of Utah. I was at the home show and saw one of his fireplaces and reached out to him. And look how it's all free. So they did a fabulous job.
Remember, Richard, we had these panels only come in certain lengths.
That's right.
So we had our decorative painter, Allison Wright, do the...
And Allison, my wife, loved her. She and her assistant came in, and they just made it gorgeous. It's just, so that's what the whole place focused around.
Yeah.
So that's beautiful.
Great job.
Here's the thing that you know we worked on that I really appreciated Bank doing is, you know how claustrophobic that place was, so we cut all this out. You know.
Well, this is a long, narrow hallway as it is, and just cutting this out and not taking anything away because this was just wasted space anyway.
Right, so now we got a little storage room, and then we redid the bathroom and made the entire wall a mirror, and then used the same material for the floor, you know, up on the walls, and then of course the beautiful tile in there. So.
Yeah, a couple of splashes of color, so it's not so stark and sterile.
Yeah, so it really, and you know what, I have to admit, you were right about the paint color. I thought you did a great job.
You were worried it was going to be too stark, right?
Yeah, too stark.
But it does have a nice gray blue.
So then we come in and we wanted to have 2 master bedrooms, and so now that's what we have. Everybody that comes in here is literally blown away by this. They think this is ours. They come in and they go, oh, is this your Shelley's in your bedroom? So we did. We did the doors that you came up with and designed.
Yeah, one of the things to open up the space more is to do pocket doors.
Right.
So it's great.
And that turned out fabulous. And then, our nice friends at Durden's came up with this idea because I wanted to have 2 washers and dryers so that I didn't have people traipsing into my bedroom.
Yeah.
And that, it just, people love this space. Every time I have people stay here all the time and they're like, wow, this is awesome.
What's not to like about
Yeah,
this?
it's awesome and beautiful, isn't it? This is like the secret room, right? So this is a full walk-in closet with all the storage and everything behind it. But because they didn't want to waste the room.
Yeah, we want to show how we designed this with the height event.
Yeah, so Bank put this together and designed it, and then there's the Murphy bed.
That's great.
And my grandsons think this is like the greatest thing in the history of the world. One of our big dilemmas, this is where we found the pipes, right?
Yeah.
So originally this wall wasn't there, then Bank redid it, but there were 3 big pipes going right through here. So we redirected them going down here, and then Bank designed this faucet as a design feature that we put so above these lights are literally the pipes that are going into that wall, up, over, and then up.
But not only were they pipes, they were the main pipes.
They were the main water pipes that I had to get up to my neighbors and down below.
So I just rerouted these and into this wall.
Well, you needed that because
and then we got it all passed on.
You still have the opening here, so you can see into the living.
Right, and of course we took the walls all down so you can look all the way through, and that worked great too. And then we made it even more open.
Yeah, by adding this door.
This is what I really wanted, was by adding this other door that really, you can't tell if you look from the outside you can't tell, but from inside it makes a huge difference and brings even more light in. So a couple more cool things. Bank knew that I really wanted, that Shelley wanted more than anything was what?
Well, she wanted the cooler and
she wanted to have the Pebble Ice.
Yes.
So we have the Pebble Ice built in, and then Bank convinced me that we had to have the steam oven. So again, our friends at Durden's, we bought all this at Durden's, every appliance in the house, and look how gorgeous this came out. I have to say that Todd's recommendation, again, this is a Bank idea because they don't do this. This is not done. This is we can't have gas in here. It has to be electric. So this is one of those induction cookers that instantly goes. That you can put your hand on it, but
it's a clean, sleek look.
Right,
but it really goes with the design.
But then we put the freestanding electric underneath it, so that's a 36-inch. It's huge. Look how big my wife loves this so much.
Beautiful.
Going to the real master, right? This wall is actually the only solid wall in here. This is
That's a concrete
wall. But what we did was we built this out to create kind of the visual effect there. Obviously all of our artwork isn't in yet, but the cool thing is, if you look at this, so that's from Rustica Hardware, yeah. And so the owner actually did this. But again, I wanted to have that same panel look. So Bank found this glass.
Again, it's all about the details. We have the wavy tile on the walls in there, and then replicating it in a smaller pattern.
Right.
In the glass, it looks.
The guys over at Pepper Tree get us the same type to match everything up, so you can see everything. Everything comes together and goes through the process.
And I know, Richard, you're going to enjoy this for years to come.
Oh, yeah. It's such a great space, And it's big.
That's what we want to hear.
That's right.
That's the goal, is to make
That's right. It's such a great space. 2,400 square feet. Before, it felt like it was you had no idea it was 2,400. Now, people are like, it just keeps going. Where is this? They can't believe how big it is when they come in here. And before, Or when you walked in, you thought, what a wretchedly small, horrible apartment.
Yeah.
You know?
It felt like room after
Oh,
room
yeah, it
after
was just
room.
horrible. It was like a rat maze.
One of the challenges we had to replace all the doors, and we didn't know really where you could go and get a custom door and get it inexpensive, and so we went to Stock Building Supply. Okay, the doors turned out great. Tell me what they had in mind when they picked these out.
The customer had in mind a more of a transitional look with some modern edges and some old-fashioned design elements as well. And so they went with the 3-panel door throughout the entire house. The office door, they chose a frosted glass door to be able to move light from the living room into the office when the doors were closed. When the doors are open, they actually are able to move traffic flow easily through and still look just as good open as they did closed. And so that was the design ideas behind the office to the living room.
So my favorite door in the house is, of course, this barn door. Now these become more and more popular lately, right?
Yes, they're hot right now, and the reason that they are quite as people just love them because they're a piece of artwork when they're not in use. When they are in use, they make great coverage and space saving. And it's funny because between a master bedroom and a master bath, to be able to take this door, and then when you open this door like this, now you've opened yourself completely into the master.
So before, this was like a congested area of just doors swinging everywhere, and so what'd you guys come up with here?
The pocket door.
Yeah.
The pocket door is the perfect solution for when you have one door competing with another one for space. And so the pocket door does just exactly what it says. It pockets back into a wall cavity, and the door slides. And so this door then, once it's open, creates a bigger flow for the customer to walk through back and forth. And when it's closed, like this, gives you complete privacy into this bathroom. Perfect way to solve that problem.
Yes, we've had a lot of different doors and styles, and they did a great job of putting this together, and the doors came out beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate that. It was fun working on this project.
One of the highlights of this house, of course, is the kitchen and the appliance. I just absolutely love them. Tell me, I know you put some special stuff in here, so tell me a little bit about it.
Well, this was one of the most fun kitchens we did all year. We love this one. And Richard came in, he had a very specific set of criterion that he wanted. It was going to be a really modern design. Steve Knorr and Banked always go for this clean look when they're doing things, so we knew that it had to be very clean, but Shelley loves to cook, so we had to have some good functionality, and we wanted to give her a couple special things to let her do some stuff she hadn't been able to do before. This is one of my favorite installs that we've done. This is a unique piece. You typically won't see 36-inch wall ovens, they're normally 30. This is a Wolf L-Series wall oven. This is one of the best wall ovens that's ever been available to residents. Has 2 convection fans. Now Shelley can cook two roasts at once. She can cook 5 racks of cookies and get the same result all at once, cooked to temperature. And it's a really clean look, but when she's ready to start baking, she just pops that down and she's got her whole control panel.
That's awesome.
Ton of automation. Great look.
Yeah.
So it's got
Good performance, too.
Oh, absolutely. So what we do is we basically have taken a professional baking oven and given it the safety and style for a condo.
Right.
They wanted the responsiveness of gas,
But it's not available.
not available in a condo, so they couldn't run it. So we did induction. This can boil 2 cups of water in about 40 seconds.
Wow.
And yet, you can simmer really gently. You can even touch the burner while your water's boiling because it's purely induction.
That's awesome.
And I really love this matching hood. Richard calls this his mood light, so he can actually change the color of his accent strip depending on what decor and what season it is, if he likes that. And it actually performs really well because everything just lined up so well with the backsplash and the lines. It's really a stunning look.
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely. So tell me a little bit about this. Now, I noticed there's no microwave in here.
There's not. They didn't need one in here. And the reason is because we're giving them a steam oven. This is a combination of steam and convection. For reheating, This is going to do so much better than a microwave. It does take a little longer. It takes about 5 minutes to reheat, but instead of further degrading your food like a microwave does, this is going to refresh it. Your leftovers are absolutely as good as they were tableside. The other thing you can do is a lot of fresh vegetables, great breads. One of the things that Richard wanted to do for Shelly, she loves her sodas and her ice water, likes making smoothies, and we wanted to get her some pebble ice. So this is the kind that we all know from
Pebble ice, or is it nugget ice? Is it basically the same thing?
It means the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. You can either have a cube or you can have a nugget. This is basically just frozen slush. It's soft, it's chewable. Our soda drinkers love it. Cocktail drinkers aren't that crazy.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And you can see they like to make a lot of smoothies and stuff. That works out really well.
That's amazing.
In the design, you'll notice that we mixed a lot of brands. And Richard was fine with having a lot of brands as long as he got the best value in his favorite thing. The one thing that we were really careful about was that we didn't mix styles because it all had to coordinate. So we have either faceless pieces, or we all did the European handle.
Yeah, they completely match.
They do.
Yeah,
and
great.
As long as we kept the style, we found it was okay to mix brands, and it all looks like it's going to come together really well.
Yeah, now how about this fridge? This thing looks really unique. I've never seen one like this.
It looks really good, and the reason that this works is because Samsung didn't put a lot of strong brand language in this with handles or anything like that. It's got a pocketed handle. French doors are really popular because you can open them up and you have access to all your refrigerator things. And we don't spend nearly as much time in the freezer as we do the fridge.
Yeah.
So, side-by-side fridge is designed around the idea that you're in your fridge and your freezer equally often, and we know that's just not true.
Yeah.
Normally, you'd have to have a pull-out drawer. Samsung's done something really clever that worked for their lifestyle. They give you swing drawers, and this will always be a freezer here. This you can make whatever you want.
So you can turn that into a fridge if you want.
You can make it a beverage cooler, a fridge, or even a soft freeze. And what a soft freeze means is that you have a 20-degree freezer instead of a 0. So now, like the ice cream shops where you scoop your ice cream, or at home we chisel ours.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So your orange juice comes out, your ice cream scoops.
That's awesome. I just love this new technology they come out with. You just pick out some great stuff for this house. I'm sure they're going to love it.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites because everything really came together well. And what it really did was the appliances were never meant to be the star of this kitchen. The star of the kitchen was supposed to be Shelly all along, and that's what this is going to be.
Tim, one of my very favorite things in the whole house is all the beautiful tile work. Tell me about what you guys how'd you come up with these ideas and stuff?
We had a lot of help from Dave at Emsert Tile with some of the design work, and Richard just had us go through, do a kitchen backsplash, did work in the showers, and kitchen floor work.
And so where did you come up with that? What kind of product did you guys use here?
So we're using various products. We've got glass tile on this project, porcelain tile, and we also have limestone and travertine.
So Tim, one of my very favorite things in the whole house is this beautiful tile work. Do you guys like go down to Home Depot to get something like this?
No, we work closely with Bank Erlinson Design Center and Emsert Tile. Erlinson Design does all the design work, and then Emsert Tile supplies all the tile.
That's great. And so what kind of tile is this here in the kitchen?
So this, we're using glass and a marble. It's a 1/2 inch by 3 mosaic, and we just use a really light grout color to make the pattern pop. In the master bathroom, we went with a 12 by 24 3D wavy tile for the walls and the showers. And we did a 1 by 1 penny round on the shower floor and the ceiling. And then on the bathroom floor, we used an 18 by 18 limestone.
And what about the gas bath? What's this look like?
The guest bathroom, we used an 18 by 18 travertine on the floor and also on the shower floor and the ceiling in the shower. And then on the walls, we used a 12 by 24 arabesque pattern tile.
Yeah, it looks great. I tell you, it inspires me. You guys did such a great job. It makes me want to add in some tile work in my house.
Thank you.
So Martin, one of the standout things in this apartment, of course, is this beautiful fireplace. Tell me a little bit about this.
This is Modern Flames landscape 80-inch fireplace, all electric, all LED lights, and no heat if you don't want the heat. It's just a visual effect fireplace.
Yeah, so this is great because he's, of course, up on the 11th story and he gets a lot of heat. And so in the middle of summer, he wants to have the look of fire, but he doesn't want the heat of it, right?
Exactly. So this is a perfect opportunity that you can run your fireplace all year long and not have to run the heat.
Yeah, and I noticed that also in the logs, they've got kind of a fire effect in there. How do
They
do
have
that?
a glowing lights that are plugged into them that give a vibrating effect that's really awesome.
Yeah, it turned out great. So money-wise, what are we talking about compared to gas?
It's probably 2/3 less than gas because we don't have to run flues, we don't have to run gas lines, we just need a 115 plug.
Wow.
And it's simple.
That's a great combination. So basically, you got the effective fire without the heat. You know, it's got LED bulbs that last forever, and it's cost effective.
Very cost effective to run and to operate all year long. So yeah.
I'm sure it was quite a wild ride, right?
Oh man, Jeff.
Remodel, asbestos.
You do an old house, we gutted it to the cement. All that was here was cement. But it's 100% asbestos free. It's to city code. Everything's been approved.
And of course, it's absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful, huh? Yeah, and what a great place. You know, Shelley, I had my father-in-law here several times now, and he'll just sit on the balcony for hours just staring.
Yeah.
And, you know, the fact that we made it with 2 masters makes it really comfortable since thanks to, you know, we have washers and dryers in both of those units, and we created the study into another bedroom. Along with me, my study, we have that Murphy bed that pulls down.
Yeah.
Everything about it, you know, I mean, 2,400 square feet. I have people, the location, you know, Jay, the longest it's ever taken me to work, even in a full blizzard with massive problems, was 11 minutes.
Yeah, see, that's
so
exactly what you need.
Exactly, it's changed my life, in all honesty, because, you know, during the weekends, a lot of times I just walk to things downtown. It's improved the quality of my life radically.
And what a tremendous value. We
Oh,
bought
yeah.
it for what, $380?
$385.
$385. You got about $200,000 in the remodel.
Yeah.
And so, and the thing, I mean, the profit, if you were to sell it, you'd probably make about as much as what you originally bought.
Yeah, almost, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right, because,
Great.
you know, so it's been, honestly, everything about it, you can't beat the location. And people that come here, people open that door and walk inside, and they're just stunned.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we opened everything up. Even Senator Hatch, who lives below me, he and his darling wife Elaine were, wow, this is, because he did a beautiful job on his, but his is very traditional.
Yeah.
And, you know, we decided to go a little, you know, more modern with it to take advantage of the views.
Yeah.
It's really, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And my wife tells me that it doesn't matter at night before she goes to bed, you know, we talked about that when we first did it. By remodeling, we made it so that she can sit in the bed and look at the temple. And she just thinks that is unbelievable. You know, she actually talks to it.
I don't know if that's
And we got 2 parking spaces.
Yeah.
2 parking. You know, I had one of my good friends that spent over $2 million over in City Creek in the tower. He has an awesome view as well. But he came in and saw my parking places, and he said, "You can fit a Ford F-350 in here."
Yeah.
And I said, "And I have."
Well, I'm glad we were able to get you taken care of.
You did a great job,
Yeah.
Jay. Thanks so much for showing me and hanging with me through this process. It was a
wild ride.
Took a while.
We knew it would be.
Took a while, but the end result has really been worth it. And I really, and we have our friendship through it. It's
right.
been a great double bonus for us. So thank you.